Today I'm going to share with you how to develop KPIs for employees. So first thing, you need to understand what is KPI. KPI is an indicator that used to measure the performance result of an employee. So now I share with you what is the example KPI for the project engineer. So maybe for project engineer, you want to measure his project delivery timeline. You want to measure his productivity. You want to measure his quality of project task delivery. And next thing you need to understand, so when you define KPI, where do you start from? So you can start from the following perspective. First, business goals. You need to make sure your KPI are aligned to your business goals. You need to maybe improve the quality of work. You need to improve the project timeline. Maybe you want to improve the productivity. Maybe you have current issue you need to address, so you need to improve the issue. How about behavior, employee behavior? Example KPI for customer service officer. For instance, you want to improve the response time. You want to improve quality of work. You want to improve customer satisfaction. So these are the 3 KPI that you can define for customer service officer. And next thing is very important. You need to understand that each KPI you need to have the weightage. Weightage is to indicate how important is that KPI. In this example, the customer satisfaction's KPI is more important than the other 2. So in this case, I put 40%. So the total had to be 100% here. This is to indicate and let employee understand the priority of the KPI and what result you want the employee to focus. The KPI that you define have to be SMART. SMART means you need to be very specific. For instance, you want to measure customer satisfaction. You need to understand, you need to be very specific. What do you mean by customer satisfaction? You need to be able to measure the customer satisfaction. For instance, you send the feedback form to customer feedback to you with a score. So you have to score, you have to give a score. What is your target score? So let's say your target score is 90%. So you have to ask yourself whether the 90% is attainable. Is it something that from existing customer, are they going to feedback to you at 90% score? Is it reasonable? Is it achievable? And by when? Is it a yearly KPI or it is a monthly KPI? So you need to define the KPI based on the SMART principle. Next thing you need to know is the performance standard. You have 5 categories here. So you have excellent performance, meet expectation, meet minimum expectation, below expectation, and so on. So you need to understand that when you set expectation, so if the employee meet your expectation, it is 80% score. So if employee can exceed your expectation, for instance, customer service, if the employee achieve more than 90% means the excellence performance is a score. So if the employee only meet 90% customer service score, so it is 80% and so on. So you define the category. So over here, you categorize what are the performance range. So this will be the performance standard that you use to measure for all KPI. This is a format, the template for KPI when you writing a new KPI. So KPI, you need to have a KPI title. So over here, you have KPI, you have response time to inquiry. So this is the KPI. Your target, you need to know what are the targets. So every KPI have to be measurable. So you can be measured by number, by percentage, or by dollar. So in this case, your response time to inquiry, you expect 2 working days to respond. So department is customer service. Weightage is 30%. And your performance standards, if your employee can respond to customer within 1 working day, meaning that he or she can achieve more than what you expect, so should be excellence performer. So if the customer service officer respond within 2 working days on average, so he or she will meet your expectation. If he or she respond within 3 to 4 working days, means that he at a threshold level, so you are not happy with it. So but it's time for you to coach your employee on how to improve the response time. So if anything below you'll be below expectation, and so on. Thank you so much for listening to this e-learning series. Please go to our Facebook and give us a like. Thank you.
At SandMerit, we believe that together we create better performance culture.